This is the fourth of 8 video blogs on setting goals for your health and wellness. We worked on learning about what your wellness philosophy was, doing a self-analysis of your current, past, and what your future might look like in terms of your personal health, and doing an analysis or brain dump of all that information along with other factors that could be affecting your overall health and wellness. Now we're going to work on setting goals. Short-term goals, which could be 1 or 2 weeks, and long-term goals, which could be 3 months, 6 months, or a year. We're going to do goal setting the SMART way. We want to set the goals in such a way that we are going to be successful. If we spell out the word SMART, S for sustainable, M for measurable, A for attainable, R for realistic, and T for timely, we can put together all the elements that will help ensure our success. I'm going to give you an example. I had an issue with trying to make sure that my blood sugar stayed down, and of course I've always liked to try to keep a reasonable weight. One of my goals was to satisfy my sweet tooth by coming up with some kind of dessert that I could have 7 days a week. Otherwise, I might binge on a bag of cookies or something. I came up with that goal, which was a long-term sustainable goal, and my action was to eat 1 square of dark chocolate a day for 7 days in a row, and just keep repeating that for my dessert after dinner. I think that's a pretty sustainable goal for myself. Measurable. How was I going to measure that? Well, I went to the grocery store and I found chocolate bars that were 95% cacao or cocoa. I looked on the back to find the calories and the sugars and the fats, and I tried to find the one that had the least amount of that. Then I realized that there were 8 squares of chocolate in 1 bar. So if I ate 1 square of chocolate a day, by the end of the week I'd have 1 chocolate square left. Unless my husband got to my chocolate bar and it might be gone in a day, which means there are other things that can affect our goals. Sustainable, measurable, attainable. Well, I was able to obtain a 95% chocolate bar in the grocery store. And I was able to have all the elements available to me to make my goal successful. Chocolate, a cup of hot tea, some nuts, and maybe a piece of fruit compiled my dessert every day. I could attain or obtain all of those things with great ease. Realistic. Was it realistic for me to set a goal of curbing my sweet tooth? Yes, it was. And was my one chocolate square a day realistic? Yes, it was. Now, sometimes I have more than one square of chocolate. Sometimes I have 2 squares of chocolate, and very rarely do I have more than that. Timely. Was I able to keep this goal going? Was I able to do it 7 days a week? And the answer was yes, most of the time, except sometimes when we would go out to eat, perhaps we would order one of those really fancy desserts that you can split between the two of you. Like one of those molten chocolate cakes. I really love those. And my husband really loves the carrot cakes. But like I said, we don't get to eat those that often. So we don't always get to vary it up that much either. So we have sustainable, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely.